Welcome in here, everybody, to the Huntsville Athletic Center. This is game number 2 here on the men's side of things. It's the 8-1 Huntington Foresters, ranked number 12 in NAIA, taking on the receiving votes 9-3 St. Francis Cougars. We thank you so much for joining us here from the Huntsville Athletic Center as we get set for basketball action. Let's go ahead and take a deeper look here at these two squads. First, as I mentioned, Huntington ranked number 12 in the most recent NAIA poll, 8-1 on the season, 1-1 in the conference play. Leading the way here for the Foresters is number 20, Lane Sparks. Comes into this one averaging 23.5 points per game. The senior guard out of Dillsboro, Indiana, an outstanding one, and has two tremendous players down low. And number 23, Lane Jordan. You'll see Drew Goodline on the outside of things, and Max Gizzy, the transfer out of Marian University, who is averaging 12 points per game. Here for the Foresters, they're under 50-year head coach and Corey Alford. For the St. Francis Cougars, they come into this one ranked 9 receiving votes. They are 9-3 here in the regular season, 2-0 in a conference play. Leading the way here for the St. Francis Cougars is the sophomore 6'2 guard, number 10, Luke Allman Dobar out of Noblesville, Indiana, comes into this one averaging 20.8 points per game. Brandon Northern and Zane Burke also outstanding as well on the guard play, with Burke averaging 13 points per game here for the Cougars. And Northern comes into this one averaging 4.5 assists per game and 11 points per game as well. So we are going to get the prayer and starting lineups here for you momentarily, as this should be an outstanding matchup. Just watch the St. Francis women defeat Huntington in an outstanding battle. So excited to bring you the call here on this one. As we are getting set, both squads headed into their pregame huddles, and we will get the starting lineups here for you. You are watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
Featuring the Huntington University Foresters and your St. Francis Cougars. At this time, would you please rise for today's pregame prayer only? We played the national anthem prior to the start of the women's game. Let us pray. Dear Lord, please watch over today's game between St. Francis and Huntington University. We ask that you protect the players, coaches, and officials throughout today's contest. Keep them safe and free from injury. Allow parents, family members, students, and all fans to enjoy today's event in a safe and respectful manner. In the words of St. Francis, enlighten the darkness of our hearts, give us the right faith and serve for charity. Amen. Now let's get today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting 13th ranked Huntington University Foresters, entering today's play with a record of 8-1 overall and 1-1 in crossroads league action. At guard, a 6'1 grad student from Palestine, Indiana, number 2, Maximus Gizzy. At guard, a 6'2 senior from Cologne, Michigan, number 5, Drew Goodline. At guard, a 6'3 senior from Dillsboro, Indiana, number 20, Lane Sparks. At forward, a 6'9 senior from Churubusco, Indiana, number 23, Landon Jordan. And at guard, a 6'1 senior from Fort Wayne, number 24, Jackson Paul. Head coach of the Foresters is this season, Corey Alford, assistant coaching. Jared Young, Chase Berba, Alex Donnelly, student assistant, Will River. Now it's time to get the starting lineups for your St. Francis Cougars. Entering today's play with a record of 9-3 overall, 2-0 in crossroads league action. At guard, a 6'4 junior from Sellersburg, Indiana, number 2, Brandon Northern.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Starting on up in the books here from the Huntsville Athletic Center as we are getting set here for tip-off. It will be the Forsters and the all-green unis. Number 2, Max Gizzy. Number 5, Drew Goodline. Number 20, Lane Sparks. Number 23, Lane Jordan. And number 24, Anna Jackson Paul. For the St. Francis Cougars, they will rock their gray unis with the blue and white trim. It'll be number 2, Brandon Nordgren. Number 3, Joe Reedy. Number 4, Zane Burke. Number 5, Robert Fry the second, and a number 10, Luke Almendovar. It will be Reedy and Jordan in the middle to jump it as we get set for Crossroads League action, and we are underway. The Forsters win the tip, and they will have possession here to begin today's contest. Gissy, the transfer out of Marian University, with a quick look far side, and the bucket is good to start it there for Lane Sparks. Northern will now bring it the other way here for St. Francis. Will be picked up here by Gizzy. That's Almendovar now with it. We'll get a screen from Reedy. Here to this near side. Off to Northern. Back far side. He'll look to drive. Northern showing the strength. He gets the score. 2-2 is our score as the Forsters with it now. Paul able to dish off far side. It's now going to be in the hands here of Drew Goodline. Goodline going to look to drive here on Northern. Back out far side, 3 ball on the way. It's good, count it, and one opportunity here for Lane Sparks. .19:04 left to go here in our first half. They're going to call the foul on Zane Burke. That's going to be his first, team's first of the quarter, or excuse me, of the half. And so this will send Lane Sparks to the free throw line here to shoot 1. His free throw opportunity is up off the back end of the rim and no good. Fry the second. Off to Almendovar here near side. Almendovar with the drive. Couldn't get it to fall. Reedy, the board, had it poked away there by Goodline. He'll push it up ahead on the far side as he gets it across the half-court line. Picked up here by Northern. Now Paul here with it. Looking to drive, back far side, 3 ball on the way, it is no good there, and the board comes down. Now to Fry the second here for St. Francis. They'll take it now to that far side here for the Cougs. Northern, now back with it on the far end of the floor. Northern, now to Reedy, out here near side to Burke, threw it right at his feet, but Burke able to maintain it. He'll look to drive now. Shot clock down to 10. Northern will have it far side. He'll now look to drive. Northern dishes off. Reedy goes up. Couldn't get it to fall, but he'll head to the line now to shoot a pair here for the Cougars. Lane Jordan will pick up the foul. It's going to be his first, team's first of the half. And so this will send Joe Reedy to the free throw line. Reedy, an 86% free throw shooter, the 6'7" junior forward here for St. Francis. Hits there on his first. Reedy comes into this one, averaging 7.5 points per game, 6 rebounds per game here for the Cougars. And his second one is up and good. 5-4 is our score. Gizzy will bring it up ahead here for Huntington. Now off this near side here to Jordan. We'll dish off. Sparks. Back inside to Jordan, couldn't get it to fall. And Fry the second comes away with it. Jordan pressuring from behind. Fry the second goes up, blocked out of bounds. And possession will stay on this end of the floor here with St. Francis. And so Jordan gets a little bit of a redemption there as he had it knocked away by Fry on the other end and was able to get the swat here on the defensive end of the floor. Almendovar now going to go baseline, and he was fouled. That's a good call there by the official as number 5 and Drew Goodline got a little bit too much contact there on Almendovar. And so that will create an inbound here for St. Francis as that is Goodline's first, team second of the half. Inbound will come underneath here for Burke and the Cougars. And the official will come over here to this near side as they're going to have a clock adjustment here on the scoreboard. Put 17:45 left to go here in our first half, so we'll match it. And we'll get an inbound here from Burke for the Cougars. Gets it in. Now here to Fry. Fry with it here at the top of the key. Reedy now out far side. 3 ball from Burke. It's up and good. Zane Burke drains the triple for St. Francis. Out now to a 2-point lead. Knocked away. Northern stays with it there defensively. Now Jordan will have it here for Huntington. Dish off to Gizzy. And Gizzy, the jump shot, no good. And the board comes down now here for Northern. On this near side, Burke thought about the 3 instead. Will give off up top here to Northern. Guarded by Gizzy. Northern gonna call out for a screen here from Reedy. We'll get it back to him. Reedy, size advantage, 1-on-1, couldn't get it to fall. And the board comes down. And Gizzy will push it up the floor. Oh, good line. With it far side. The jumper, no good. Check it, that was Sparks on the jumper. And Fry now going to come away with it here for St. Francis. Up top, now here to Northern. Northern going to look to set the offense. He's picked up closely here by Sparks. Down low, Reedy, Jordan 1-on-1. Jordan wins the battle. Comes away with the board here for Huntington. Now good line. We'll have it here for the Forsters. Off on this near side here to Paul. Paul will take it to the far side, guarded by Burke. Able to get it off. Now here into the hands of Sparks. And Paul going to get called for the travel. And possession will go back to St. Francis. Substitution here for the Forsters as Landon Jordan will check out. Number 11. And Roman Revere will come on here for him. And we'll get an inbound here for the Cougars. 16 minutes left to go here in our first half of action. Fry the second with it at the top of the key. Skips here near side. Now to Northern. Now Northern going to look to drive on Gizzy. Step back, fadeaway, jump shot. It's up and good. A drive on the other end. Paul goes up and he gets the bucket. 2-point lead here for the Cougars. Fry the second. Skips here near. Back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center. 13-7 lead here for St. Francis over Huntington. 14:23 left to go here in our first half of action. It will be an inbound here for the Cougars as they will have the basketball. Ahead 6. And so Northern will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. They'll have it on the far side. Dish off to Malone, had it poked away partially, was able to maintain it. Now Northern back with it, gets a screen from Malone. Northern, far side, looking for somewhere to go. Oh my goodness, Brayton and Northern couldn't get it to fall though, and the board comes down. Now here for Huntington. The other way, Gizzy here with it on this near side. Nicely done on the move. He goes up and gets the score. Fry the second. Now with it for St. Francis. Northern now back here near side. Able to get it off here to Almondovar. Picked up here by Paul. Almondovar to drive. Gets it up and puts it home. Gizzy will have it on the far side here for Huntington. Free throw line jumper, no good. And Fry the second comes away with the board here for the Cougs. Far side now, Almodovar guarded by Gizzy. And he goes up, couldn't get it to fall. And possession will go back to Huntington the other way. Paul left open, three ball, got it. And Paul James the triple there for Huntington. Makes it a 3-point game. Fry the second will bring it up ahead here for the Cougars. With it at the top of the key here for St. Francis. Moves it over here to this near side. Now off. Almodovar on the far side. Back to Fry the second. Look down low. Malone is fouled. We'll get substitutions here for both squads. That's number 5. And Drew Goodline will check back on here for Huntington. Number 12, Tamari Hood, will come back on here for St. Francis as he replaces Zane Burke. Inbound will come underneath here from Almodovar for the Cougars. Malone throws it off of Paul. Northern able to maintain it here on this near side. Northern trying to find somewhere to go. Able to get it off now here to Fry. With it at the top of the key. Northern now with it. Paul being guarded here by Malone. Northern the dish off. Paul Malone jams it home. Nice dish from Brandon Northern. And Isaiah Malone with the jam. And St. Francis now ahead by 5. Uh-oh, look out. Almodovar jams it home. Offensive foul is going to be called on St. Francis, though, as Damari Hood is called with the foul. Battled down the floor. And so Hood will pick up the foul. That's going to be his first. And we'll get substitutions here for Huntington. Max Gizzy will come back on here for the Forsters. Number 3, and Cade Brenner will check on as well. And we'll get an inbound here for Huntington with 11:55 left to go here in our second half. Gizzy with it at the top of the key. Now off to Brenner. Dishes off here near side. Good line with it. He'll have it now at the top of the key. Far side. Looking to drive down low. This is Sparks here with it. He'll go up on Almodovar. Couldn't get it to fall. Board comes down to Beagle. Extra pass. 3-ball. Top of the key. It is no good. Malone comes away with the board for St. Francis. And a foul is going to be called on Huntington. Foul's going to be called on Lane Sparks. That's going to be his first. Team's 4th of the half. Inbound will come here for St. Francis with 11:25 left to go here in our first half. Substitutions into the contest here for Huntington as Lena Jordan will check back on. Number 1, and Caden Johnson will come back on here for Huntington as well. Checkett Johnson will make his first appearance of the game. Northern now dish off. Almodovar with it here on this near side. He'll launch a 3 from deep. Couldn't get it to fall, and Jordan comes away with the board. Now this is Goodline here with it on this near side. It's a screen from Jordan. Now dish off up top. They'll go far side here to Gizzy. Back up top. Goodline will back it out on the far side. Goodline gets around the screen. Now back up top. Gizzy look down low. And couldn't get it to fall there to Johnson. And the board comes down for Malone. Almodovar now the other way. Kicks out far side. Hood with the spin. Guarded by Johnson. Out now here up top to Northern. Guarded by Gizzy. And Gizzy will now be guarded here by Malone down low. Northern off to Hood. Back to Northern here near side. He'll launch a 3. Couldn't get it to fall. And Johnson comes away here with it. Up ahead, Jordan with it, throws it off of Northern, and out of bounds. Possession will stay on this end of the floor here with Huntington. Substitutions into the contest here for St. Francis. Zane Burke will check on. He replaces Hood. And we'll get an inbound here from Gizzy and the Forsters. Jordan, handoff, good line with it, far side. He'll launch a three, no good. And Malone comes away with the board. Now Northern will look to push it up ahead. Almodovar with it now on the far side here for St. Francis. Almodovar, the drive on Jordan, goes up and gets the score. 19-12, our score, St. Francis with a 7-point lead. Gizzy will have it now here on this near side. 1-on-1 here with Northern. Now going to direct traffic. Get it up top. Now here to Jordan. Far side. Back to Gizzy with it. Now out to Jordan. Jordan fakes the dribble handoff. Guarded by Malone now. He'll go up and couldn't get it to fall, but a foul is going to be called. Malone will pick up the foul, and that's going to send Jordan to the free throw line. But before that, we'll get a timeout on the floor, so we'll step away here momentarily. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center, 9:31 left to go. Here in our first half of action, St. Francis with a 7-point lead. Landon Jordan will head to the free throw line. Here to shoot a pair of free throws. The foul's called on Isaiah Malone before the break. So Jordan will head to the free throw line. Comes into this one averaging 13.5 points per game. Just a 46% free throw shooter is the senior forward out of Cherubusco, Indiana. Hits there on the first free throw. Jordan and Jackson Paul, both teammates at Cherubusco High School. Both made their way and have played multiple minutes here in their careers here at Huntington University under head coach and Corey Alford. Almodovar here with it, trying to spin. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be last touch by the Cougars. And so possession will go back to Huntington. And they will inbound here right in front of their bench on this near side. As Gizzy will bring it up ahead. Good line. Now to Sparks. Guarded by Burke. Sparks goes up. Couldn't get it to fall. Malone comes away with the board here for the Cougars. Now Northern will push it up the head to Burke with it on the far side. Now up top here to Fry the second. Back near side here to Northern. Burke trying to go to Burke cross court. Poked out of bounds. Last touch by Sparks. And possession will stay on this end of the floor here with the Cougars. Substitutions here for St. Francis. Isaiah Malone and Luke Almodovar will check out. Damari Hood and Joe Reedy will come back on here for St. Francis. That's Fry the second here with it. Double team brought by the Busco boys. But Northern comes away with it. He goes up, couldn't get it to fall. Reedy got it to beat the buzzer. Now Gizzy here with it on this near side. Paul now going to look to drive here on Fry. He spins, he hangs, couldn't get it to fall. And Reedy able to dish it off now here to Fry the second. Quickly the other way. Hand off now here to Northern. Northern gets underneath. Paul goes off glass and gets the score. 10-point lead now here for the Cougars. 7:50 left to go here in our first half. It's Gizzy who will have it here at the top of the key for Huntington. Look down low. Jordan guarded by Reedy. He goes up, couldn't get it to fall. Reedy comes down with the board for the Cougars. Fry the second, the other way. He goes up, got it. Now Gizzy will have it on the far side here for Huntington. Jordan with it here at the top of the key. Near side, now to Paul. Picked up by Hood. Paul goes far side. Gizzy left open. He goes up and hits the triple. That'll be Fry the second. Back with it here for St. Francis. Off to Reedy with it at the top of the key. He'll go back out to Fry. Extra pass here near side. Now Burke. Back off to Fry here near side. Fry the second. Guarded by Gizzy. Dish off, tried to get it to Reedy. And a foul is going to be called as Hood got a piece of Jordan on this near side. And we will get a substitution here for Huntington as number 1, Kaden Johnson will come in, and he replaces Jordan for Huntington. Luke Almodovar will come back on here for St. Francis as he replaces Damari Hood with the 2 fouls. Gissy, dish off. Out of drive, and Johnson jams it home. And now it will be Northern who will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. Gets it across the half-court line. Almodovar now here on this near side. Almodovar, and he is going to be a foul called here on this near end on Huntington, as Johnson will pick up the blocking foul before the out-of-bounds was called here near side. And so Johnson picks up the foul. It's his first. And that will put St. Francis into the bonus. And we'll get an inbound here from Burke for the Cougars. Fry the second. Off to Almodovar, now far side. Guarded by Goodline. Almodovar spins, tried to kick out here near side to Burke. And jump in the lane, that's Sparks. Here near side, he'll launch a 3, got it. And a timeout is going to be called here by St. Francis. It will be a 30-second one. We'll step away with them. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzell Athletics Center. Inbound will come here for St. Francis as the Cougars ahead 4. And we'll get an inbound here from Reedy. And Northern will bring it up ahead here for the Cougars. Gets it across the half-court line. He'll be picked up here on this near side by Gizzy. Northern far side. Burke left open, triple, got it. Zane Burke with the 3 ball for the Cougars. His second of the game. Now Gissy will bring it up ahead. Hand off to Johnson. And Paul behind the back. Dribble move. Jumper on the way. Short on the marker. Northern comes away with it here for St. Francis. On this near side. Northern goes to the rim. Couldn't get it to fall. And the board comes down now here for Huntington. Quickly the other way. Reedy picks up good line here defensively. Far side. Now the drive. Kick out. Paul now back to good line. Dish down low. Johnson goes up and count it. And one opportunity here for Kaden Johnson. Johnson, the junior out of Hartford, Michigan. gets the bucket. He'll head to the line now to shoot one here for the Forsters. 5-point lead here for St. Francis. As his and one opportunity is no good. And so the Cougars will have the basketball. Northern with it here on this near side. Northern now guarded here by Gissy. Goes up, blocked out of bounds there by Gissy. Will stay on this end of the floor though, as St. Francis will have an inbound. Substitution here for the Cougars. Isaiah Malone will check on for Joe Reedy, and we will get a timeout on the floor. So we'll step away here momentarily. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center. St. Francis with a 5-point lead here over the Huntington Forsters. Forsters ranked number 12 in the most recent NAIA poll. Meanwhile, for St. Francis receiving votes. We'll get an inbound here from Zane Burke for the Cougars on this near side. Burke able to get it in now here to Northern. With it here near side. Goes far now here to Almodovar. And a foul is going to be called. Wayne Sparks will pick up the foul. It's going to be his second. And so that'll create an inbound here for St. Francis. Burke will inbound here to Northern. With it on the far side. And we'll line up the shot clock here at the hut. As Burke will inbound across the way here for St. Francis. Gets an inbound now here to Northern. Northern will move it here to this near side. Now down low here to Burke. Burke guarded by Sparks. Double team brought here from Gissy. Will go in the corner, fry the second. The triple no good. And the board comes down now here for Paul. He'll quickly move it up ahead. Across the half court line. With it at the top of the key here for Huntington. Gissy now up top here to Sparks. That far side, into the hands of Paul, back to Gissy. Look down low here to Johnson. One-on-one with Malone, gets Malone to jump, and around him, gets the score. 4 minutes now left to go here in our first half. 3-point lead here for St. Francis, and Fry couldn't get it to fall, and now it will be the Forsters the other way here with it as Gissy the drive, and a foul is going to be called. Foul's going to be called on Burke. That's going to be his second, team sixth. Joe Reedy set to check in here at the scores table as Gissy will go to the line here to shoot a pair. Gissy, the transfer out of Marian University, coming into this one averaging 12.3 points per game and 4 assists per game, 95% free throw shooter. Also the sister of St. Francis women's Cougar guard, and Isabella Gissy. Landon Jordan will come back on here for Huntington. As Lane Sparks will check off. Joe Reedy on the floor. So 2 bigs on the floor. So head coach Corey Alford will match it as he'll have Johnson and Jordan on the floor. Gissy couldn't get the free throw to fall. And now it will be Northern who will get it off. Now here to Almodovar, guarded by Gissy. Almodovar will now leave up top here to Zayton Burke. 2-point game here at the Huts. As Reedy couldn't get that pass through, and it will be an inbound here for Huntington. Gissy will have it here now on this near side for Huntington. Able to dish it off. Now back here to this near side. This is Goodline here with it. Jordan down low now here to Johnson. Johnson over the top. Jordan jams it home. And now Almodovar will leave off up top. Now here to Northern. Northern back up top here to Burke. We'll take it to that far side. Burke will leave off now to Northern. 2-man game on the far end. Northern, the drive, floater on the way, couldn't get it to fall. And Goodline comes away with the board ahead. The lob to Jordan, bounce pass to Paul. Paul able to keep it. He'll go far side. Now Gissy leaves off. Johnson goes up, and he puts it home. Inbound will come now here for St. Francis as the Huntington section fired up here just below us. The Foresters take a 2-point lead. Almodovar now with it up top. Far side now here to Malone, guarded by Johnson. Johnson will give it off. Check it, Malone off to Almodovar. The drive through traffic. He gets the bucket. Tied up at 30 all. Gissy will now bring it up ahead. 2 minutes left to go here in our first half. Moves it off on this near side. Down low here to Johnson, guarded by Reedy. Johnson spins, hangs, goes up, couldn't get it to fall, and Malone comes away with the board. Now Almodovar will move it up ahead here for St. Francis with it on the far side. 1:35 left to go here in our first half of action. As Reedy will have it here now at the top of the key. Malone will launch a triple. Got it. Isaiah Malone showing the range. He drains the 3 and gives St. Francis a 3-point lead. Gissy leaves off up top. Johnson. Now the handoff. Here to Paul. Paul looking to drive here on Burke. Now up top. Goodline with it far side. We are now under a minute left to go here in our first half. The drive from Gissy. Leave out. Johnson, jump stop, off to Paul. He goes up, couldn't get it to fall. Second chance opportunity. Check it, that was Jordan who gets the bucket. Northern will quickly go the other way. He looks to find some space. He goes up and draws the foul. And Brandon Northern will now go to the line here to shoot for St. Francis. As a foul is going to be called on Gissy, that's going to be his first. And so Northern at the line now to shoot a pair. 1-point lead here for the Cougars. First free throw for Northern is no good. Off the front end of the rim. Northern, the junior guard out of Silsburg, Indiana, comes into this one averaging 11 points per game. Is 70% free throw shooter here on the season. He'll have a shot at one more here for the Cougars. 1-point game. His second one is up. Couldn't get it to fall. Missed them both. And now this will be Goodline who will bring it and leave it off to Gissy. Now here who will bring it across the half-court line. Goodline will launch a 3. Far side, no good. Gowdy will come away with it here for the Cougars. Almodovar will have it. Shot clock now off here at the Hut. As Almodovar with it on the far side here for St. Francis, guarded by Gissy. Clock now down to 10. Almodovar will dish off. Now to Northern. Northern with it. Clock down to 3. Northern, free throw line jumper at the buzzer. Got it. And St. Francis will head into the halftime break with a 3-point lead here over Huntington. We will go ahead and take our halftime break and come back here with some halftime analysis in the second half of action. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center as we get set to begin our second half of action. It will be St. Francis basketball as they will inbound across the way. So Fry the second will bring this one up ahead. Taking a look here at the scoring in the first half for St. Francis. Brandon Northern with 8. Isaiah Malone with 7. Joe Reedy with 6. Zane Burke with 6. Luke Alman-Dovar with 6. And Robert Fry the second with 2. For St. Francis, 15 of 31 from the field, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. For Huntington, the Foresters shot 13 of 30, 4 of 10 from deep. Kaden Johnson and Lane Sparks led the way, both with 8 apiece. Max Gizzy with 6. Lane and Jordan and Jackson Paul both with 5 each for Huntington. And so an inbound here for St. Francis as they will bring the basketball here up ahead. It's Fry the second. Off to Burke. Now with it here at the top of the key. Burke, the spin, the hang, and couldn't get it to roll. Jordan comes away with the board here for Huntington. This will be Gissy who will have it here for the Foresters. The drive down low, couldn't get it to fall. Reedy comes away with it. Fry the second. Now going to push the floor. He spins through traffic, hangs, couldn't get it to fall, but draws the contact. He'll head to the line now to shoot a pair here for the Cougars. Fry the second with 2 points here tonight. He'll head to the line now to shoot a pair. Well, the 6'1 senior out of Indianapolis, Indiana Benton Davis High School. First free throw is up and good. Second one by Fry the second is up and good as well. 5-point lead here for the Cougs. Gizzy will now bring it up ahead here for Huntington. Goes to that far side. Now this is Goodline. Here with it. Goodline will kick out up top. Sparks now going to look to drive. Kicks out here near side. And a 3-ball attempt is no good there from Goodline. Board comes down now here for Reedy. Northern will now push it up ahead. Northern going to look to drive. Here on Paul. Northern goes up, and I think we're going to have a goaltending call on Jordan as he blocked it before it even got to the rim. And so they are going to count the basket and send Brandon Northern to the line to shoot one here for the Cougars. They'll call the foul on Jackson Paul. It's going to be his first, team second of the half. Northern at the line for one. His and one opportunity is up and good. 8-point lead here for the Cougars. Gizzy will now have it far side here for Huntington. Gizzy will throw a lob, and Jordan trying to throw it off the feet of Brady. Before that, we're going to get a foul called as Brady will pick up his first. As Lane and Jordan will check out. Number 11, Roman Brevier will come on here for Huntington. Inbound underneath here from Gizzy for Huntington. Paul dishes it off. Free throw line jumper on the way. It's no good. And the board comes down now here for the Cougs. As Northern will drive. He goes up strong and gets the score. St. Francis out to a 10-point lead. Drive here near side. Fry the second. Got a little too much contact here on the sneer end, Paul. And a foul is going to be called. So Jackson Paul, 5 points here so far on the night at the line to shoot a pair. His first free throw is up and good. And the second one for Paul falls in as well. And now coming the other way, here come the Foresters. Sparks, the drive. Gets it to fall, count it. Now Northern quickly the other way, off to Burke. Burke now gonna drive through traffic, goes up, and he gets the score. Now Gissy with it, the handoff to Paul. Now far side guarded by Fry. Paul spins, kicks out up top. Good line, gonna drive. Jump stop, back out. Now here, top of the key to Paul. Down low. River tried to go up around Reedy, couldn't get it to fall, and kicks out to the top of the key. A three ball is up and good there for Goodline. 16:40 now left to go here in our second half. Northern will have it on the far side here for the Cougars. Now up top, here to Zane Burke. Fry the second leaves off. In the corner, Northern back to Fry the second. And a foul is going to be called. Paul will pick up the foul. That's going to be his second, team's third of the half. And so we'll get an inbound underneath here for St. Francis. Burke will inbound underneath. Gets it in here to Fry the second. Now to Northern. Northern back here to the near side. Fry the second all the way across court. Almodovar with it. He goes up and couldn't get it to fall. And offensive foul is going to be called for the official on this near side, as the official underneath did not make a call. And so the foul here called by the official on this near side. It's going to be on Luke Almodovar. That's going to be his first, team's third. So both teams with 3 fouls apiece here in our second half. Gissy gets inside here to Brewer. He goes up and gets the score. Now Fry the second will bring it up ahead here for the Cougars. With it here on this near side, guarded by Goodline. Kick here to Burke. Now up top, Northern with it. Gonna dish down low, Almodovar. Had him alone. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. Almodovar, step back jumper, got it. It's Luke Almodovar. Hits the score for St. Francis. Now Gissy will have it here for Huntington. Sparks, the jumper, no good. And it's going to be Almodovar who comes away with the board. He'll push it with it on the far side. Down low, Malone goes up. Tries to get around the defender, has it knocked away. Second chance opportunity, count it, and one opportunity here for Isaiah Malone. Nicely done there by Malone to stick with it, and he will head to the line to shoot one. We're going to get a media timeout on the floor. 14:40 left to go here in our second half. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center, as we will get one free throw here for Isaiah Malone, as the Cougars with a 7-point lead here over Huntington. Isaiah Malone with 9 points here on the night for the Cougars. The line here to shoot one. See if he can get into double-digit scoring. As his and-one opportunity is up and good. And so Malone now a 10 here for the Cougars. 8-point lead here for St. Francis. Johnson with it up top. Now we'll leave off. Here to Gizzy. Drive from Sparks. We're going to go on the floor. And it's going to be on Zane Burke. That's going to be his third, team's fourth. And so an inbound here from Gizzy for Huntington. Dish off. Johnson goes up and gets the score. Now Northwood will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. Off the front of the second here on the near side. Now Malone with it here for the Cougs. Able to get it off. Now to Burke. Burke will move it to the far side. Now up top here to Malone. Back to Burke. Burke going to spin. Looks to drive through traffic. Had it poked away from behind. Shot clock down to 5. Nordgren got to get a shot off here. He's going to step back. He'll launch a three. Got it. Brandon Nordgren drains a step back triple. And St. Francis out to a 9-point lead. Good line. We'll have it now here for Huntington. Guarded by Nordgren. He spins. And he gets the fadeaway shot to fall. Almodovar trying to get it off to Malone. Now this is Johnson who goes up and couldn't get it to fall, but he is fouled. And so Johnson will go to the line now to shoot a pair here for Huntington. Almodovar picks up his second, team's fifth. So Caden Johnson, the 6'11 junior forward out of Hartford, Michigan, averaging 5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game. Transfer out of Goshen, 36% from the free throw line, misses there on the first. And he does hit there on the second. So that makes it a 6-point game here with 13 minutes left to go here in our second half. For the second. We'll dish off up top. Now Burke will go far side. Now here to Northern. Northern going to look to drive. The dish off. Malone jams it home. Isaiah Malone raises the roof here at the Hut. And the Cougars ahead by 8. Malone's knocked down by Johnson. No call. Johnson goes up. Had it blocked there by Malone. Now Johnson goes up and he gets the score. Battle of the bigs here at the Hut. And it's Northern who will now bring it up ahead as Johnson and Malone battle down low. Malone with it. Free throw line. Jumper. Couldn't get it to fall. Board is battled for. Johnson able to come away with it here for Huntington. Johnson the handoff. Gizzy now up top. Here to Paul. Back here near side. Good line with it. Gizzy, far side. The drive down low, couldn't get it to fall there. Could Sparks. Almodovar comes away with it. Odd man rush up ahead. Almodovar splits through traffic. Johnson is going to get called for a foul. Number 11, Romain Vermeer comes on here for Huntington. 23 Layden Jordan on as well. Joe Reedy going to check on here for St. Francis as he will replace Brandon Northern. As Huntington put two bigs on the floor, so St. Francis is going to do the same, trying to match it here a little bit. As Almodovar will inbound to Fry the second. We'll have it now here at the top of the key. Look down low. Malone here with it. Malone spins, and a foul is going to be called. Foul will be called on Gizzy. It's going to be his second. Team sixth. Inbound comes here from Almodovar. Able to get it into Burke with it in the corner. Spin from Fry. The hang, and he is fouled. And Gizzy will get called for another foul here for Huntington. That's going to be his third, team seventh. So Fry the second will go to the line to shoot. Now here for St. Francis. That's his first free throw. It's up and good. And now the officials having a discussion here at the scores table. And they're going to correct the fouls here on the scoreboard, as Max Gizzy is listed with 4 fouls here on the scoreboard. On the official sheet, he does have 3, as Fry the second hits the second free throw. Now Gizzy will take it to the far side here for Huntington. Sparks gives it off here to Goodline. Goodline with the spin, trying to dish it off, and out of bounds. Going to be the call. Possession will go back to the Cougars. And Jackson Paul will come on here for Huntington as he replaces Lane Sparks. And now they're going to fix this shot clock here. And we'll get an inbound here for St. Francis. As Fry the second will push it up ahead. Almodovar. Now here near side to Burke. Off to Reedy over the top. Trying to find Malone. Couldn't get it to go. And Gitsy comes away with it here for Huntington. Paul kicks here near side. 3 ball on this wing. No good there from Goodline. Portis tipped out, and Huntington maintains possession. Veer out here near side. 3 ball is up, and foul is going to be called on Jordan. Underneath, a little too much contact as Almodovar hits the deck. And that's going to be his third, team's 8th. Get a substitution here for St. Francis as Brandon Northern will come on. He replaces Robert Fry the second. 56-48 lead here for St. Francis. As the officials now going to have a discussion. And we'll get an inbound here for the Cougars. And so it will be Northern who will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. Burke now with it off to Reedy. Reedy leave it off now to Northern. Northern sprung into the trap. Trying to get it off there to Malone. Jordan up ahead to Paul. Blocked there by Malone from behind. Almodovar will now go the other way here with it. Almodovar will now back it out. He'll go far side. Now here to Northern. As Northern looking to get around Paul. With it far side. Northern now off to Malone. Gives it off to Reedy. Guarded by Jordan. Reedy goes up, gets the bucket. Joe Reedy showing the strength. He gets the score. And St. Francis extends their lead out to 10. Good line. Dish down low. Jordan goes up, couldn't get it to fall. Malone comes away with the board. And now the Cougars going to look to go the other way. Almodovar guarded by Gizzy. Fadeaway jumper, got it. Luke Almodovar with the score for St. Francis. Timeout. Huntington, and the hunt is lit here on the campus of University of St. Francis. Timeout called by the Forsters. We will step away. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center, St. Francis out to a 60-48 lead here over the Huntington Forsters. We'll get an inbound here for Huntington as they are down 12. Huntington, the number 12 ranked team in NAIA. Meanwhile, for St. Francis, receiving votes. Big matchup here early in Crossroads League play. The Cougars sitting at 2-0. Meanwhile, for Huntington, sitting at 1-1. Gizzy will have it here near side. Down low. Johnson out here near side. Good line, launches the three, no good. It's going to come out to Sparks. And we are going to get a stop as the shot clock did reset on the long shot there from Gizzy. And so we will get an inbound here for Huntington. Good line, inbound to Gizzy. Now here near side. Sparks with it, guarded by Burke. He'll launch a jumper, no good. And Malone comes away with the board here for the Cougars. As Northern will bring it up ahead. Almodovar now with it. Gets a screen from Malone. Almodovar slipped up there far side, able to get around. Good line for the score. Now up top, Johnson. Here with it, the handoff. Paul gonna look to drive. Out far side, now here to Gizzy. Gizzy will leave it out. Sparks now the drive. Had it blocked there by Malone, but a foul is gonna be called. And we are gonna get a timeout called on the floor As Isaiah Malone picks up the foul, it's his second, team sixth, and we will take a short break and officials timeout on the floor. St. Francis 62, Huntington 48. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center, St. Francis with a 62-48 lead here over. And Sparks hits the second. And Sparks hits the second as well. 12-point lead now for the Cougars. Northern here near side now to Almodovar. Burke trying to leave it up top to Fry. And through the hands now. It's Almodovar with it here near side. A drive from Almodovar, and a foul is going to be called. So Almodovar will go to the line now to shoot here for the Cougars. As his first free throw is up and good. Good line into the game here for Huntington. As the second one for Almodovar falls as well. Joe Reedy will come back into the game here for St. Francis as he replaces Luke Almodovar. And Johnson will have it. Dishes off. And up and under. Nicely done there. Lane Sparks gets the score. Now Northern will have it here across the half-court line. It's an off to Fry the second. Now off to Malone. Now to Burke. Burke will get a screen here from Malone. Reedy now with it. Shot clock down to 4. Reedy spins, hangs, couldn't get it to fall, knocked away. And St. Francis saves possession. The bucket is good there by Burke. And now the officials are going to have a discussion as the shot clock should have reset there. So Burke should get the score. And so they will reset the shot clock here. The basket will not. And so we will get an inbound here for Brandon Northern. 64-52 is our score. 6:52 on the board. And Northern will get an inbound underneath here for St. Francis. So he gets it into Burke. Here near side. Fry the second. Now with it. As Malone trying to position. They're able to get it in here to him. And foul is going to be called before the shot. Foul is going to be called on Johnson. that will send Malone to the free throw line here for St. Francis. Malone with 12 here for the Cougs. First free throw is up and good. Second one for Malone. Off the back end of the rim, no good. And possession will go to Huntington. Is good line with the drive. Punched away there by Malone. And we will get an inbound underneath here for the Foresters. As Gizzy will inbound here for Huntington. Gets it into Sparks, and a foul is going to be called. I believe Zane Burke is going to pick up the foul for the Cougs. That's going to be his fourth. Team seventh. And so Burke will be replaced here by Almodovar. And so this will be Sparks at the line to shoot here for Huntington. Lane Sparks, the senior guard out of Dillsboro, Indiana. 1-1. First free throw is up and good. Sparks a 75% free throw shooter coming into this one. Sparks second. Got it to fall as well. 11-point lead here for the Cougars. As Fry the second. We'll dish off here near side. On the drive. Oh my goodness. Almodovar tried to blow the roof off this place. Wanted to go for the jam there on Revere. The bucket is good on the other end for Sparks. And now Fry the second here with it. He'll take it baseline. And a foul is going to be called. And bound underneath here from Northern. I believe they just stopped the clock to try to get the shot clock reset. The foul is going to be called from behind, though, now here on Sparks. And so Joe Reedy will go to the line here to shoot a pair for Huntington. Reedy's first free throw. And it's up and good. Joe Reedy, the 6'7" junior out of New Haven, Indiana. Woodland High School. 86% free throw shooter coming into this one. Averages 7.5 points per game over that. As he sits now with 10 points on the game and gives St. Francis an 11-point lead. As Gizzy with it. Free throw line jumper on the way. It's no good. Almodovar now comes down here with it for St. Francis. 5:40 left here to go. Northern now goes far side. Fry the second here with it. Trying to get it off to Malone. Taken away. And a foul is going to be called. As Malone whipped down Revere, who went up for that lay-in. And so it'll be two shots. So Revere will go to the line to shoot a pair. 8 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, 62% free throw shooter on the year, misses on the first. Revere, the senior forward, 6'9", out of Belgium. As Burke will come back on for St. Francis, and he replaces Malone. Second one is up and no good as well. And so Burke will come up ahead here to this near side. Fry now with it here for the Cougars. In the corner, Burke the triple, got it. Zane Burke drains the three and gives St. Francis the 14-point lead. Gizzy had it poked away by Fry the second, and out of bounds is going to be the call. Possession will go back to St. Francis here with 5:01 left to go here in our second half. And we are going to get a timeout on the floor. St. Francis crowd fired up, and the Cougs with the 14-point lead. 5 minutes left to go. We will take a break. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. .501 left here to go. They're at the Hutzel Athletic Center, 70-56 lead here for St. Francis over Huntington. We'll see if the Cougs can hang on and pick up a huge win, not only in the NAIA rankings, but a huge win in Crossroads League play, as this would put St. Francis at 3-0 and put Huntington at 1-2. So we'll see what happens. 5 minutes left to go. 14-point lead here for the Cougs. They have led a majority of the contest. As Northern will have it. Set design play here for the Cougs out of the break. Guarded by Gizzy. Get a screen here from Burke. Now with it here on this near side. Goes up top. Now here to Reedy. Back to Northern. Here with it near side. Northern sees a lane. He drives. He hangs. Count it. Jumper just inside the arc here near side is no good. Board is ripped away here by Reedy. Up ahead, Fry the second. He'll spin. He hangs. Count it. Are you serious? Robert Fry the second spinning his way home. And St. Francis now out to an 18-point lead. The drive here from Sparks on the other end is good. Substitution into the contest here for the Foresters, as Caden Johnson will check on. He'll replace Romain Revere, and we'll get an inbound here for Reedy. As Fry the second will have it. Brings it across the half-court line. With it on the far side. Fry the second to drive. Kicks here near side. Almodovar, three, no good. And the board comes down now here for Sparks. Up ahead, Gizzy left open. Corner three, no good. Northern rips down the board. And Northern's going to be fouled. Nicely done there by Brandon Northern to hang on and draw the contact, create a foul, and he'll now go the other way here to shoot a pair for the Cougars. So Northern at the line to shoot a pair. Isaiah Malone waiting at the scores table to check in here for St. Francis. Northern's first, up and it rolls home. Isaiah Malone will replace Joe Reedy. And I believe Jackson Gowdy will come in here for Zane Burke. We'll get free throws here for Brandon Northern. Just 2 timeouts remaining here for Huntington. 3 for St. Francis as Northern hits them both. Now Paul will bring it across the half-court line here for Huntington. It's a screen. They'll look to drive. Foul's going to be called. As Gowdy will pick up the foul, it's going to be his first. And so Paul will be at the line here to shoot for Huntington. His first free throw is up and no good. Now Gowdy will come out, and he'll be replaced here by Burke. Second free throw is no good as well. Missed them both. And the Cougars able to come away with the board. Now Northern will push it up ahead. So he gets it across the half-court line, guarded here by Gissy. Double team brought. Now over top here to Fry the second. Now back to Northern. Here with it on this near side. Northern will get a screen from Malone. And we're going to get a foul call. As Johnson will pick up the foul for Huntington. That's going to be his fourth. And so Brandon Northern will be back at the line here to shoot for St. Francis. First free throw is up and good. Jackson Gowdy will come back on and replace Zane Burke. Landon Beagle and Cade Berner will come on here for Huntington. As Lane Sparks and Jackson Paul check out. Northern's second free throw is up and couldn't get it to fall. And it's going to be Fry the second that comes away with it here for the Cougars. As he tried to drive through traffic. Now good line here with it. He'll launch a three. Got it to fall. Fry the second will inbound here for the Cougars. Up ahead to Almondovar. Almondovar now out to Northern. Now back here near side to Fry. 2:24 left to go here in our second half. And we'll get an inbound here for St. Francis. Zane Burke will come back on. Joe Reedy will come on as well as he replaces Isaiah Malone. And Burke will switch out with Gowdy as Burke will inbound. Able to get it in here to Brandon Northern. Northern guarded by Gissy. He'll take it to the far side. Now back here to the near. Burke in the corner. 3-ball. Got it. Zane Burke with the triple for the Cougars. Good line. Back with it at the top of the key. He'll launch a three short on the marker. Almondovar comes away with it here for St. Francis. Now Almondovar pushes it up ahead. He draws contact and he'll go to the line now to shoot. And so Luke Almondovar will shoot two here for St. Francis. As Almondovar's first is up and good. Good line will check out here for Huntington. As Romain Barbier comes on here for the Foresters. .20 lead here for the Cougs. Make it 21. That free throw there from Almondovar. And now Gissy will bring it up ahead. Far side here for Huntington. Gissy gonna look to drive. Fadeaway jump shot, no good. Northern comes away with it. Up ahead, Almondovar takes flight and jams it home. Capitalization on this one. Now it's Gizzy who drives the other way. Couldn't get it to fall. Board is battled for. It comes down. Still loose up top. And we're going to get a jump ball called. Possession arrow. We'll keep it on this end of the floor. As we'll get substitutions here for the Cougars. A trio. Damari Hood will come on. Keyshawn McNeil and Carson Rogers will check on. Jackson Gowdy will come on as well. As Luke Almodovar will go off. Joe Reedy will go off. Robert Fry II and Brandon Northern will go off as well. And this is going to be a huge win on the resume for St. Francis, as they are now ahead 23 with 1:18 left to go. On the inbound here, handoff far side, free ball, top of the key. It's no good there for Brenner. Board comes down and a foul is going to be called. Taking a look here at what is next for these two squads for Huntington. They will play at home on Saturday against Mount Vernon. It'll be a women's men's doubleheader, slated to begin at 1 p.m. as Zane Burke will come off. Number 14, Chase Newton will check off here for St. Francis. With 1:10 left to go here in our second half. Free throw is up, and it is good there for the Foresters. And underneath, count it, and one opportunity for the Cougars. As we'll get a substitution here for Huntington. This lady Jordan will check on as he replaces number 1 in Cannon Johnson. 45 seconds left to go here in our second half. The free throw is hit. And now Huntington will take it the other way. As the drive, couldn't get it to fall there, Kid Gizzy. And so Gizzy will go to the line now to shoot here for Huntington. As Gizzy's first free throw is up and good. Taking a look at what is next here for the St. Francis men's squad. They will have they will take on Bethel at Bethel on Saturday, a part of a women's men's doubleheader. And then they will have a month off and then take on IWU at home on Saturday, January the 4th. So we'll have a month off here on the Cougar Sports Network basketball games. As 89-65 is our score. And I believe they're going to put a little bit more time on the board. Put 27.7. 89-65 our score. And so it'll be Gizzy who will bring it up ahead here for Huntington. He'll launch a three from the top of the key. It's no good. And now Chase Newton will take it to the far side. And he will look to dribble this one out as St. Francis going to pick up a huge Crossroads League win. And they'll improve to 3-0 in Crossroads League play. And they will move to 10-3 on the season. Meanwhile, for Huntington, they will fall to 1-2 in Crossroads League play and 8-2 overall. So we are going to go ahead and sign off here from the hut as St. Francis wins 89-65 over Huntington. We thank you so much for watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.